Okay. Oh, that looks funny. Well, maybe today I won't wear the signature glasses because the ring light is going to show off to a really good start. Anyways, it's nighttime. I really hate doing these video posts at night because I have this really poor lighting set up. I've got a ring light and I just feel like it looks bad. And I don't look that great in bad light anyways. I'm sunburned again because I went to the beach and I never wear sunscreen. So now I'm sunburned again, and I'm also having a bit of a rash on my face. So I'm still working on that. Haven't solved the rash problem, apparently. Anyways, nothing I can do about it because more than bad lighting, I don't like not fulfilling on my promise, which is to post something every day for my YouTube journal. So I just kind of like, okay, let's just do it. And, you know, there's like half my time. I didn't even set my timer. Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes now. I'm all thrown off. Okay, so I thought that today I was thinking a little bit about us versus them thinking because one of the guys that I follow, Charles Eisenstein, talks about this quite a lot. I'm a big fan of Charles Eisenstein. I think he's got a very unique, very interesting vision for how the world could be a better place. But, so he'll talk about this, how all of us, not all of us, oh my gosh, how we often have us versus them thinking, especially when it comes to conflict. And I noticed that, I have a lot of conflicts in my life, especially now, that I'm dealing with a disability. And, I think I just, you know, I subconsciously put myself in a position where there's an opportunity for conflict. Maybe I'm subconsciously attracting that. But I notice when a conflict comes up. I had one this weekend actually. And, when I start telling the story about what happened, it's always like, I'm the good guy and they're the bad guy. And of course, if I'm telling the story to a friend or family, they're likely to agree with me and see that, I'm right and this person's wrong. So it's me versus this person. And, of course, my story is going to be that I'm right and this person's wrong. And I've got all this evidence available to prove that. But, you know, I think that somebody like Charles Eisenstein would challenge that quite a bit. And so I'm challenging myself with that as well. This idea that, you know, just because there's a conflict that I find myself in, and just because there are many reasons I can find why I might be right and the other person's wrong, maybe that's not the the way of thinking or the approach that is going to get me get me the things that I'm really wanting or really needing, if that makes any sense. Because I think in a lot of situations, especially, I'm thinking to some conflict situations that I've had recently. I can actually, if I sort of zoom out from the situation, I can see how, you know, I I also participate in whatever conflict takes place. Um, I might have a hard time thinking that I'm wrong or thinking that there's some reason why um, I'm the bad guy in the picture. But, and it might be true that, I'm in the right. But, but actually, I'm, if there is conflict, then I am participating in that as well, which means it's not, how do I tell you that to us versus them thinking? It's like I'm also part of the conflict as much as another person is. And I just think that that's something I'm noticing. I'm trying to practice just not completely changing how I show up in conflicts, but tweaking it a little bit to see that, what role do I play in the conflict? Why is it me versus this other person? Why is it the game of who's right, who's wrong? Is that the game that I should be playing to get what I want in this situation? I might be able to get what I want from the situation without going into this us versus them, right versus wrong, me versus you conflict way of dealing with things. There you go. There's my 5 minutes. I did it. Happy, what is today? Happy Monday.